All right, everybody. Jason Sloan here with Furtado Law Solutions, and I got Allen Mick here with Just Share Media. How you doing today, Alan?
Doing pretty good, Jason. Do I get to do the Nick Perrette and we are live?
Yeah, if you want.
do the best I could, man. I was
Yeah,
waiting for it.
I'm a little slack on the energy, which we'll go over later. I told you, which you, I'm sure you probably are too because of the baby, right?
Yeah. Brought her home. What was that? The days are all mixing together. She was born on the 17th, and I think today's our third day at home now. So it's a lack of sleep, but she does pretty well. So we're all very happy about it.
Yeah, gotcha. Well,
Yep.
before we get into the nitty gritty, we just wanted to go over a couple of things. Um, One of our brothers in roofing, a good friend of mine, he did a bunch of work for me. He's done a lot of work for different contractors in Colorado and all across the U.S. I was looking at his page and people were posting from Wisconsin and Minnesota and Texas and everything. And guy was salt of the earth. He wasn't just a guy you wanted working for you. He was a guy you wanted to work with. And he would take care of the issues on the job, even if that crew wasn't working for him anymore. And I mean, we had jobs that 3 or 4 years later, and it's just the weather was just wrong and taking care of leaks and everything else. So it's a shame that happened. And I don't have any information if there's a GoFundMe or anything right now, but if I do, I'll share that later. Um, Next
I
thing
think
is
I saw Dimitri post something on his about it. So I think there was a
okay.
GoFundMe or something.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll look into that. But and then my pups passed away in the middle of the night, and you know, just be aware of your people and your friends, family, animals, and you know, tell them you love them, give them a hug, whatever, all that stuff. She was a pain in the butt, but when I was in really bad chronic pain, she was there for me and
Yeah.
snuggled up next to me in bed. So um, that's all. Just tell your people you love them because you don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
And be safe out there, roofers. I mean, that's so many people. We're all in this industry, and we've been careless at many. And I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened, but I did see a couple of people's posts as well. And our thoughts and prayers go out to all the roofers out there that are putting their lives on the line every day for their families and getting up on roofs. And it's dangerous, and
yeah,
people need to keep in mind that it is very dangerous, and they need to stay safe.
yeah, I know one guy. It wasn't on one of my jobs, but it was a Colorado job, and it was a flat, but it was a high one. And the wind
Yeah.
caught. He was carrying a piece of plywood. The wind caught it and flipped him right off.
Yeah, it's
So
that easy.
you never know. And it wasn't something that typically you would have ever thought would have happened in a million years.
Yeah.
Jeez. So all right, now on to the meat, as we say.
On to the meat. Yep.
Yeah. So tell us about your background for personal and business.
Yeah.
And then how you got this all going.
Well, yeah, I talk about roofing because that is my background. I was born into the roofing industry. I say it all the time when I do these, but I didn't have a choice, right? When it came to the roofing industry, I was literally born into it. But I love it, right? There's nothing I could see myself doing. I actually went to college for a little bit to try to find something else. I had that rebellious, like, let me go to college and try to learn something different and try to do something that my family isn't doing. And then, summers in college, I'd go do roofing and killing it in sales. And it just came natural to me. And I'm like, man, there's nothing else I would rather do. I love the freedom. I love the opportunity. I love selling. I love the business of it all, right? That's what I really fell in love with, and how easy it is to go out there and control your own destiny, and how hard you work is really what you're going to get back. Mm-hmm. We used to always, one of my, early general managers would say, try. He didn't even say work. It's not if you work hard, it's all you have to do is try, because roofing sometimes it's that simple, right? Roofing sales is that simple. All you got to do is try, get out the truck and go try. So yeah, that's how I came up, and I've done everything. I started knocking doors, probably 15, 16. I've worked as a salesperson, sales manager, general manager, office manager, production manager. I was the vice president for a 9-figure company. And then I owned my own company for about 4 or 5 years before I started Just Share Media. So, and Just Share Media it was a solution to a lot of issues that exist within the industry, right? And a lot of stuff that's going on within the industry, these conversations that I have with contractors all of the time, that you probably have as well, about where is the industry going? What's happening next? So a lot of it could be fear-driven, competition-driven, or, things are just changing, right? So how do you get ahead of that curve and change with it, and then become that entrepreneur that becomes a modern-day contractor and really changes with it? So that's kind of where the brainchild started.
Yeah, and just like back in the day, 13, 14 years ago, there one or two CRMs for our industry. And now it's like, which one do I use? Okay. And and that's why we have these, is to be able to showcase the different features, and people can kind of look without, sometimes trying to get a hold of these companies. They want to get a hold of you, but all they want you to do is sign up. Sometimes they don't want to go over what they do and stuff. So we try to put this together for people so they can see the different stuff out there. And what you have is completely different. And
thank you.
When I seen what you guys had when we were at the Growth Build show, that was, I was really impressed with that. So,
yeah, thank you. It's funny you mentioned that, the past, right? Where we were, because when I started, the first year that I was really in roofing was 06, 07. And it was crazy. Like, my cool tool, the most important tool that I used back then was a Motorola push to talk. Right. It was the best thing ever invented for canvassing. We'd have it at every corner, and we'd find out, like, oh, how's this street, that street. And, when we'd go to leads, it'd be a map book, right? I always had a map book in my truck. I'd go find the houses, and Eagle View was just kind of coming out, but nobody trusted it. Like, insurance companies wouldn't use it or anything like that. So it was weird hand measuring roofs. And I wasn't selling small roofs, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't going to happen. I was in very nice neighborhoods on big, hard roofs to measure. And you're 2-3 hours every single one of those roofs. And I had this long tape measure that I used a fishing lure, and I hooked it to a racquetball, and I'd get on the top and just lasso it and catch that bottom edge of that eave, and then go ahead and measure it, and then so on and so forth, and move all the way around. And it's crazy to think nowadays people are complaining about CRMs, or they're not using them, or they're not logging in, or oh, I didn't get my measurement report in the 3 hours that it was supposed to. And it's like, guys, we're in this day and age that we have tools at our disposal that are everywhere. Use them, take advantage of them, and always be on that cutting edge looking for more, because there's new things coming out every single day.
Yeah. Or they're comparing, like, you bring up Eagle View, they're crying about the pricing of Eagle View, but then they're mad that they're using some other product that's either free, they're doing it for $10. No offense to roofer, but those reports are off. And even I went over all of this for all of the measuring system.
Shots fired. Oh, man.
They use it by all means, but guess what?
Yeah.
They say, they don't say they're accurate, They say they're fairly accurate. Eagle View says 95%. Some of the other ones say very similar. So, like, guess what? If it's not right, you can go back to them and they're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And they're standing behind it. Now what we're dealing with is some of the insurance companies, they're using hover. Why? Because Eagle View started putting in waste based off of where it should be, but adding starter and ridge and saying, hey, you got to add these things. And some of the insurance companies like State Farm are going along with it. And then you got these other ones that are just like, no, we shouldn't, It's like, well, give us extra waste then. If you're not doing it, like,
it's one or the other. You don't get it both ways.
Guess what?
Right?
Ridge and starter, it costs more money anyways because of the labor rate. You know,
Yep.
that's why this is. It's not the same as filled shingles. You know, the reason we need more waste in valleys is because they're valleys, and to do them properly.
Yep.
You know, it's like it's not. You know, yes, technically measuring it, it's all triangles and it goes into squares and flat.
Yep.
But you have all these extra overlays and stuff to do it properly. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's technology, right? It's, and you bring up like EagleView is, I know the owner or the founder of EagleView, David Carlson, right?
Yeah.
So he's a prominent person in the industry.
Mhm.
And I tell people all the time, it's like, and everybody's heard it, time is our most valuable asset, right? If time is your most valuable asset, you know, the one person that everybody in the roofing industry owes more of anything to than anyone, like, is David Carlson.
Mhm.
Everybody that meets him should shake his hand and thank him and give him a big hug, because that guy has done more for you than anybody else in the industry, because he's given you time that you would have never had. I mean, it was not, nobody could sell 400 roofs. I saw some post somebody, and I don't know if it was real or true, because people are, you know, it's his story and he could have exaggerated, but somebody was talking about selling 400 roofs in 1 year himself. Imagine doing that if you had to measure all 4 of those roofs. It wouldn't happen. You can't measure 400 roofs in a year, you know, and then go sell them. But stuff like with tools like EagleView and any other the reports that allow you to save your time. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what technology does, right? It gives you your most valuable asset back, the time, you know, and that's where it started for us with Just Share Media. How do we fix something that breaks down those barriers, that gives that business owner, that entrepreneur, his time back, you know?
All right. Well, speaking of big roofs, where'd you grow up? As if we don't know.
Where did I grow up? I've grown up everywhere. I've lived in probably 25 different states, right?
Yeah.
Now I claim Texas. So if that's what you're talking about, right? Everything's bigger in Texas. I claim Texas.
Yeah.
I finished high school in Texas, and I went to college in Texas for briefly while I did. But Texas is always home. And yes, we got some big roofs in Texas because everything is bigger in Texas. The clouds are bigger. Everything's bigger, right? So it's just how it is. But yep.
Okay. So on to sharing what you guys have for us. You guys went over this. You know, you're going to have the galleries once you're a member, and you're going to be able to pick the videos. But once somebody has picked that video for that region, nobody else is going to be able to use it. So it's not going to be like that picture that every freaking roofer uses of the really nice house. Yeah. And they've changed certain colors, but it's the exact same house. And
yeah. At the principle, Just Share Media, we make videos, right? Yeah. That's what we do. Yeah. We make videos. That's the simplest way to put it, but that is not a fair description of what we do, right? Because we do it so well, and we're amazing at it, right? It's our videographers. They make the most beautiful roofing content there is. But when you talk about roofing videos and solar videos and videos for your company, before Just Share Media, there was a lot of barriers to entry in getting high quality video content, right? Anybody can Google the value of videos and video marketing and videos for sales and videos for all the different reasons you would use videos. And you prop that in Google and everything's going to tell you, you need to be using videos, right? So it is a fact. It's not a question. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. You need videos, right? There's millions of stats, and the stats keep growing every year, but yet people still aren't using videos. Even marketers, right? These big marketing companies, 59% of marketing companies are not utilizing videos as much as they should. That to me stands out more than anything, because of all people, right? Marketing is the tip of the iceberg with videos. Videos should be used for so much more than marketing, right? But it is the tip of the iceberg. It is what people think of when they think of our videos or any videos. Now, if these experts that know exactly the algorithms, the gurus, the masterminds, whatever you want to call them, if these guys are not utilizing, the majority of these guys aren't utilizing videos, then us roofers, what does that say for us? It says that barrier exists, and that barrier is massive, right? The first barrier that you run into is the money, right? So videography is an industry in and of itself, right? You think Hollywood all the way at the top. You think at the bottom, guys walking around taking pictures, doing family pictures. But then there's like videography, there's music videos, there's documentaries, there's all different levels, and there's different levels of videographers. We could go into it and do a whole hour-long live about videographies and videography, the industry. But that would be a waste of everybody's time that's watching this, because you're not videographers, right? You shouldn't be caring about that. But because of that, videographers are not cheap, right? I'm trying to get a video for my roofing company. If that's what I'm trying to do, I go out and I find a videographer. This videographer could go do a wedding where he's walking around on his feet and he's probably eating cake, drinking beer, holding the camera for 4 hours, and he's getting paid $2,500. You know, so now I'm going to ask that same person to come out to my house, to come out to this roof build and jump on a roof and endanger himself, and then learn how to fly a drone, figure out what the hell roofing is and what he should be videotaping, and probably come back out a second or third day to get completion shots. Oh, and then edit it all within a few weeks, because this is the roofing industry and everything needs to be done immediately, you know, because we're all that way. And he's used to, again, doing weddings that he has 6 months to deliver that video, right? And now you want it inexpensive. And that $2,500 that he's trying to charge you, or the $5,000 that he's trying to charge you, is highway robbery. There's no way I'm going to pay $5,000 for that video. You're crazy. That roof didn't cost $5,000. You're one guy holding up a camera for half a day. I'm not going to pay you $5,000, you know? And that's what you get into. And the truth of it is, unless you're a larger company, it's probably not going to be cost efficient to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 on videos. It just isn't yet, right? Because you can go out and knock some doors and sell some roofs the old-fashioned way. And then your next step, right? So that's just one of the barriers to entry, is the cost, right? Is the time. You know, so let's say you do have that money, you are that size, you're ready to spend that money. Well, then you got to find the videographer. You got to make sure he's good. You've got to vet him. You've got to train him on roofing, and then you've got to wait for the video, and that takes forever. Usually, when I want a video, I want it right now, because we're roofers. We need it now. This is the storm industry,
and most guys don't think about planning ahead in our industry. We tell them over and over again, get your stuff ready. I mean, literally, we're talking to some guys and they're like, well, it's still snowing. It's like, great, it's the perfect time. You have time to go over this stuff and get your ducks in a row. Like, we don't care if you don't have a file. Let's go over the process of how we're going to work on your claims. And if you need to fix any issues, like, oh, you've been doing this 30 years and you don't know what's going on these roofs. You go off of the paperwork. Like, what if it was a retail bid? Would you do that? Or would you have your accessories already lined up to know what you need? Oh, you know what? I need this much step flashing, but you know what? There's a chimney also. And by the way, the flashing on the swamp cooler is crap. So I need more. Okay, so I need 2 bundles, not just one, you know, type of thing. You know, and these guys, I mean, we preach to them over and over again, like, hey, and they're getting better. Don't get me wrong. Like, stuff that Randy says is resonating, because it's like, hey, this is how we've done it. We've built this $20 million company, and we don't have hail really right now, and we're still doing good, right? And so it's like, hey, put these best practices into place. So we do the scope sheets and stuff, but one of the things, like, now Company Cam has that checklist. That's huge. We just had a contractor using it, and they didn't use it completely. The guy didn't, but they started. And we can just literally go to that checklist, and all those pictures are there. Oh, here, we don't have to look through hundreds of pictures, which most guys don't. But you should have, 100 plus pictures on a job, because you never know what's going to go on. Like, I remember one job me and Kyle were doing, and I got up there, job was signed, and I'm just documenting the roof, and they had one of those swamp coolers that it was like a plastic one instead of the metal, and it was open. Well, after we were done with the roof, their swamp cooler didn't work. Well, no, but here's what's funny. And we didn't have Company Cam back then. This was 13 years ago or so. Well, we're looking through Kyle looks through the pictures, and he's like, it saved us $2,500. So like, you guys never know. I mean, Company Cam tells you about this and preaches it. Take pictures of the stupidest stuff. You don't know what. Hey, take pictures of the driveway. You think it's stupid, but guess what? If it's all cracked, they can't come back to you and say, "Oh, you screwed up my driveway."
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Or take a video.
Yeah.
Take a
Well,
video.
now they have video, but before they didn't.
Yeah.
Now they have the video and all those extra stuff, and they're adding more and more stuff. So, we're gonna be having them on again soon. I actually talked to Luke today.
Awesome.
I've talked to him a million times, but I've never met him in person.
Oh yeah.
It's always somebody else, one of his minions.
Yep.
So, but
I mean, business principles are universal. They really are, right?
Exactly.
And that's what it's about. It's about being prepared and being proactive instead of being reactive, right? Exactly. And so that's what we're always preaching to roofing companies. And I for the most part, they know it, right? Like you said, we are in this industry that is in this rapid expansion phase, and we do have a lot of great people out there. Like Randy, you mentioned Randy Brothers is out there training them. Like, hey guys, be on top of it, be proactive, don't be reactive. Right? Don't figure this stuff out the same way we did. I think dumb tax is what he always says, right? Yep. Don't pay the dumb tax, right? Guys like us that have been around for 15 years in the industry, we know we've paid that. We've figured it out the hard way, right? The story about snapping that one picture that saved you $2,500. I've got 3 of those stories that cost me $5,000 because I didn't take that picture, but that's the truth, right? So things like that, you have to do it. And that's what we tell them about the videos, man. I mean, it's the same thing, like, right? So when we came to develop this, we wanted to break those 2 issues, right? The barrier of the cost barrier, and then the barrier of the time barrier of getting the videos. And then another thing was the quality, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you get to that level, or really where everybody should be, they should have a digital presence. And a lot of times you either have a marketing director, you have a marketing firm that's asking you for content. And, a story about us when we were always old school. I was old school because I started young, right? Not because I'm old, but because I started young. And now my father, he's been doing it forever, so he's old school. So when I started my own company, I partnered with my father. And, he was always anti-technology. We don't need it. We don't want it. We're going out, we're making more money doing this, right?
Use a Polaroid.
Yeah. I love Polaroids, right? I still remember being in sales meetings in like 2009, like, scrap the digital camera, it takes too much time, it's a waste of time, use a Polaroid, snap it out, and then you could literally write hail on there. You're like, nah, I could still quote the meetings, right? But the thing is, so he's bucking technology, and then we finally hired this marketing company. We spent a lot of money on a marketing company. I think, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was a significant amount. Like, okay, guys, you better ramp this stuff up, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a week, and the marketing company really hasn't posted anything significant and done anything. And I remember calling them up, and we got it on conference call, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Where's our post? And they're like, well, where's our content? And it's like, what are you talking about? We're paying you X amount of dollars. That's your fucking job, right? And they're like, no, we can't go out and produce that content. We need you to do it. So we kind of get into it with them, and then they're like, okay, fine, we'll do it. So then we started getting, like you said, those cheesy stock pictures or videos that's not even a roof. That's not roofing material. I don't know where you found this picture, but it's like a guy in a button up with a hat on an open corner. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the sheet of fake tile that he's holding? Like, that's
exactly. That's like, from some country, and we've never seen this before.
So we're like, stop. And then, okay, how do we fix it? So we would run sales contests. Just like any other roofing company, we get 20, 30 people in a room. We give a Saturday sales meeting. Your sales contest today is this. It's $1,500 for this, and $1,000 for second, and $500 for third. And the goal is as many videos as possible. Everybody you get on their roof, if you get an inspection, I want pictures of you shaking their hands. I want video testimonials. I want videos while you're on the roof. And boy, I mean, we did it. We got hundreds of videos, right? And we were so excited. We sent it over to that marketing company, and we're like, guys, we got the videos. We're going to go crazy. You guys are going to go crazy. You're going to love us. Our marketing's going to go through the roof. We're going to get leads out, out the window. It's going to be crazy. And they turn around and they're like, these are crap. Like, these are terrible videos. Like, what is this? I can't understand it. I can't see it. What is this, an iPhone 6? It's like, well, an iPhone 5. Like, we're roofers, guys. Like, what do you expect? You know? So, and I'm not clowning on do-it-yourself videos. Let me be very clear. If you guys are out there right now and you've got a cell phone, not an iPhone 5. You've got an iPhone 5, you can't use it. I'm sorry, right? But if you've got anywhere decent new cell phone, grab it. Take a video of the job site, right? You need those videos. Those videos are great. But again, it's not that high quality that truly performs. At the basis of anything, high quality builds trust. And we all know, Steve Patrick says it all the time. It's like, people buy from you when they trust you, right? You need to have that trust. And so that's one of the things that I tell people all the time, that great content and great quality builds that trust. But again, we have all of these barriers that exist. So I get together with Ryan Landis, my partner, and one of my best friends. I've grown up with him. And we're like, how do we solve all of these problems? And he's videographer. He's the artist, right? I can brag about our videos and I could say our videos are the best in the industry because he's the one creating them. And, you know, he's amazing, right? I could talk about him and tell you how amazing he is because he truly is, right? And we have other videographers all around the country that we utilize, but you know, our videos are amazing. But how do we load roofers and solar companies up with these videos and still make it cost efficient and get it to them right away? So we had to come up with this, what you see up here. So it's a gallery of videos. So if you scroll down, you just start seeing videos, and there's 3 that pops up right away, and you hit load more, and there's more videos. And you scroll down and they'll load more. The reason why we only did 3 at a time is because of something called the Netflix effect. Jason, have you ever popped on Netflix and you see all these videos and you sit watching previews for hours and you realize you never picked a movie on Netflix? You know, we call that the Netflix effect. That's why it's 3 at a time. It's staggered.
Yeah. So no, I don't do that, but you know, I know other people that do. But
yeah.
Go ahead. What I want to watch on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, my wife might be watching right now, so I won't pick on her. But yeah, usually her, right? She's the one that's previewing for hours and can't make up her mind, right? Love you, Cassie. Don't get mad if I said that, right?
So, and you know, got this recruitment video too.
Everything. So our library. So what we did is we pre-filmed the videos, and we didn't pre-film a bunch of cheesy, corny stock videos. We have gone out to real roofing jobs for real roofing companies, and we filmed real jobs, right? And so these are custom videos, and you can preview all of them. You go to our gallery and you just hit preview. Here's one right here. We have hundreds of different videos in there, right? So we've this would be just your brand awareness video that just about the company, and you know these are necessary, but we also have testimonial videos, we have example videos. Look at that TPO video right there, right? Commercial videos. So up a little bit, right there. Preview that one. This is a retrofit TPO. Not an easy job to sell, right?
Yep.
The biggest thing with a job like this is, you know, I was always big into commercial. I love selling commercial. And it's like, I always thought, man, if I had an amazing video of a commercial job like this, then I could go to more jobs like this and sell them, right? And a lot of people can't sell one to begin with, or they struggle with it, or you know, there's just not that many. It's tough, right? but it's the chicken and the egg, right? And so because we have commercial videos, now you get the egg before the chicken. You get the video of you doing that commercial job that you can utilize to sell more commercial jobs. And then there's recruitment videos, there's solar videos, there's testimonial videos. Keep going, there's hundreds of different videos. So the thing is that all of these videos are custom videos. They're shot custom. The only difference is that if it's your roofing company, it's just not your company in the video. And nobody knows that but you, right? Your clients don't know that. Nobody else knows that. So it's just marketing. It's how it works. It's how television works. It's how videos work. It's how anything else works. So when you see on there, there's the edit video button. So after you found a video you want, you would hit the edit video. And we don't have it. We're not logged into an account right now, so I can't show you the editor, but the next step would be an editor. And so what you do is you take that video and you edit that video to your company. So you're going to add your logo, you're going to add your own call to actions on it, and it makes it your video. So now it is customized to your specific roofing company. And then after you hit export, you're actually going to download that raw video file. Right. And you get two different formats. You get a 1x1, which those of you roofers like me that are watching this, I had no idea what a 1x1 was. It's the banners on top. Right. So it's meant for Instagram or sometimes Facebook ads or reels and stuff. So it's got the banners on top that you can make designs out of them. And you're putting your call to action on the top and the bottom. So that way it's got, hey, call us now or free roof inspection. It's got that the entire time whether people are watching the video. So that's a big option for marketers. And if you're using it for marketing, that's huge. You want that 1x1. And then the other video format is going to be the widescreen, the big widescreen cinematic video that takes up the whole wide screen, right? And that your logo is going to be on that one the entire time. But you get both versions. You get the raw video file, and you get to put that wherever you want. Post it to your Facebook. Put it on landing pages. Put it on websites. And then that's where it gets really fun is how to utilize that video, right? Imagine if you had a testimonial video, an example video of a commercial property, and a brand awareness video of just your company. You put that on a one-page website. You throw a QR code on it that accesses you to there. You throw that QR code on flyers. You throw that QR code on business cards. You throw that QR code on your truck, on your shirt, wherever you want to. And then you send that QR code out. You either go door to door and you hand out stuff with that QR code, or you actually physically text, email it out to all of those clients, and you bring them to that specific place to help sell the job. And now videos become really sales tools. It really transcends videos from just a marketing tool to a sales tool. So, and that's how we're able to do it. And with us, you get a new video every single month, right? Are you familiar with Gary Vee at all, Jason?
Yeah.
So Gary Vee talks about videos all the time, right? It is a big thing. And if you listen to Gary at all, and just about any other content producer, is always consistency, guys. You have to keep posting content. You can never have enough. Don't expect to blow up on the first video. Don't expect to blow up on the 100th video, right? It's just about being consistent. Anything else, you never know. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you're not going to, because I have case studies of companies blowing up off their first video, right?
You never know what video is going to catch the people's interest at that time,
Yeah.
You might be in a town that they got tiny roofs, and you pick that video with the tiny roofs because that's what applies to that area.
Yeah, that's what applies to that area. That's what they say.
But hey, they might all be 50-year-old roofs that need redecked, and you're good to go.
I'm a company out of Virginia, right? And he posted a tile roofing video in Virginia, where you don't see a lot of barrel tile, those style homes that are, I think it was shot in like somewhere in Florida, right? And he picked it up there. I think he did it by accident. I don't know, but he got 200,000 views, right? It blew up instantly on his very first video. So, and now that's all he'll do. He only goes and downloads the tile videos because he's like, they're just going to blow up. And it makes sense because people in that area see the same style homes every single day. So now when they pop online and they see this type of roof, they're more apt to watch that video. Right. And that's all it's about. It's about getting those people to watch the video and then listen to the story. A lot of our videos are narrated, right? And if they're not narrated, they're going to have text on there that tell you what you want to hear. So it can be an inspection. Hey, call us now for a free inspection, whatever it is, right? All of our videos tell a story. They're cinematic, they're entertaining, they're engaging, but they tell a story. And that story is purposeful, right? It is going to get them to go to your website, to visit your page, to do something, right? And so again, that's what he does is he downloads those videos that are tile videos because he gets more eyes on it. And even though that happened with him, I don't ever expect that to happen with anybody. It's all about consistency. That's why we went with a subscription model. So if you remember one of these videos, so we pay videographers to go out and film videos to put into our library, right? These videos cost us thousands of dollars just to create. So we're spending $1,000 on every single one of these videos. Most roofing companies would pay around $5,000 for one of these videos, right? So if they were going to have it done at their property. Now with us, for our pricing is very simple because it's subscription. We've got our annual plan, which is 12 months paid up front, and that's $399 per month. But again, it is paid up front, so it's $4,788. Now that price, you get a new video every single month. That's 12 videos for less than the price of one. That's consistency, right? You're posting a new video. You're adding it to your library. You're adding it to your text message. You're sending it out to prospective clients every month, and it's a new video. So after you post one video to whoever is following you on Facebook, sharing it into local groups, they're like, wow, that's a cool, impressive video. This roofing company is doing well. Then a month later, you post another one, and they're like, whoa, okay, this is pretty good. This guy spends money. And then 3 months goes by, and another one. They're like, okay, this company's blown up. They're huge, right? I need to do business with this company. They're spending a lot of money on their marketing, on their company. I trust this company. They're doing good things, right? It becomes consistency. And then the other plan that we have is our monthly plan paid monthly, right? And that's $499 a month. Again, that's $6,000 a year. That's right there around the price that you would pay for one video, right? So it's just all about consistency, because if you were going to hire us, and we go out and film what we call fully custom videos as well. We'll come out to your jobs, right? We only do it for subscription clients on a case-by-case basis, but we do it as well. But we could come out and we can do that as well. But that video is not going to last forever. It goes stale. It becomes stagnant. Eventually, you're going to have to get a new one. So you're not paying this one $5,000 video that lasts forever. No, it lasts a few months, at best, right? So, and then you got to go film another one. That's what gets really expensive, right? So it becomes a budget thing. If I can get a video that tells that same story, that's entertaining, that's engaging, that captures people, and it tells that story, and I can just get it for a budget-friendly price, then I'm going to do it that way, right?
And then with the filming, if somebody's signed up, they're on the annual plan, would you guys do like a testimonial one too? I mean, we did that. Yeah. And of course, then we haven't had hail since then. But I literally we went, and the videographer, she had a great idea, because I had paid a company before, and they're like, "Oh, we'll go with 3 of your clients." Well, and then the problem was they were a sports company who were advertising on their page, on all their websites. And it was always like, oh, well, we're filming this college game, or we're filming the Broncos. And I'm just like, what did I pay you for? Like, you didn't say, oh, it's going to be under this thing. So like, okay, let's come up with a day that talk to your clients, find out who wants to come over. And she goes, why don't you just serve them lunch? And then whoever wants to do it, we'll have them fill out a form. So that way, even if they get mad at you tomorrow, their video content is yours, not theirs. Yeah. And then, do that. So is that something that you guys would do?
testimonials are huge and they're very powerful, and you should have testimonials. It's one of the most important types of videos you have. But absolutely, we have clients that we fly out to them on a monthly basis, and we do custom video content. So we can fly out, we can drive out. We have videographers all over the nation, so we probably have a videographer close to you. But if not, we'll fly out and we'll go to you, and that's what we do. We will film your jobs, we'll film your clients and testimonials and every other part. We do have testimonials inside of our library as well. So it's paid actors and actresses talking about a roofing company. They don't name any names. And you can download those videos and you can customize them to your company, and there's your testimonial video. So absolutely. So we push testimonial videos. They are one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful type of video. So I think that if you're going to go out and you're going to I need 3 fully custom videos today, I would say you need a video that tells your story, right? You need to tell why you are in business, why you're better than everybody else, right? The second one is an example of one of your jobs, right? You need to show what you're doing, right? Just like anything in sales, tell them who you are, tell them what you do, and then throw in some proof. Right? Throw in some testimonies. That's that third video is the testimonial. So those 3 videos, if you get those 3 videos on a fully custom level, and then you have our videos to follow those up with that high quality and stay in their face and hey, here we are. We're still here. We're producing this high quality. Then that's really that perfect picture, right? But again, you can do those fully custom ones with a cell phone, right? And now you're telling them who you are on a daily basis with your cell phone. And then you're subscribing to our library to give them that high quality to say, hey, we are a high quality company. But again, that's branding, that's marketing. Where it gets real fun is when you start using the videos for sales and processes and everything else. You get frequently asked questions videos, you get process videos, you get recruiting videos, you get training videos. A lot of those type of videos, that's what becomes really, really powerful, because that's going to take you and your top reps and your top people in your company. It's going to take their time out of a lot of their processes, which either puts them in the field selling more jobs, makes them do more of what they need to be doing, or gives you all more time to spend with your loved ones and whatever that is that you like to do when you're not working, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you want to get hold of Allen and Just Share Media, you can go to justsharemedia.com/gallery, and you can go through some of the videos and see what you think. Watch those videos just like we did, and and then get a hold of them. You've seen the pricing page, so it's all right there. They've got all their stuff automated, so you don't have to call them and do all this. Of course, obviously, if they want to get a hold of you, they can, because you got a contact form. But for most of these, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
We're a software service. We are. People go to our website and sign up without me ever meeting them. Now, I will instantly try to book a demo with you afterwards to talk about you and make sure that you're using the videos properly and having great success with them. Like, I do that all the time. I'm going to tell you, hey, please use the video like this. Please use the video like this. Do this with it, right? Because I want to make sure you're having success with the video. I don't want you taking your videos, burning it onto a DVD, and just showing your buddies, right? Like, please don't just do that. Like, there's so many better ways to do it.
Remember, like, the old window sales and everything, and they'd bring the DVD and they'd pop it in.
They'd pop it in. Oh, do you have a DVD player? Yep. Knocking at the door. Right? Yes, I do. I remember that.
Or like the heat lamp thing for the window.
Or they bring the old DVD player to the door.
Yeah. The little flip up. Yeah.
Yep. So please don't do that. I mean, if you do that, at least it's cool. Send me a video of it. That'd be funny, right? But use it in more ways than just that, right? Or book a demo with me, right? So Calendly, I don't know if everybody's familiar with Calendly. If you're not, you should be. Calendly.com/justshare, right? It's real simple. You can book a demo with me anytime. I'll get on the phone with you. We'll talk videos, man. And, I will coach anybody on how to use videos, how to get videos, do-it-yourself videos, fully custom videos, all of it. You need everything, all the types of videos, and you need them right away, right?
Yeah.
Or message me on Facebook, right? I'm sure this is being posted and linked to my Facebook. Just go ahead and send me a DM, slide on in. I would be happy to talk to you about videos and help you out one way or another. Yep.
All right. Well, if anybody needs help with their estimates or supplements, or just needs to talk about technology,
Yeah.
give me a call, or you can text me 720-702-1938, or you can email me at jason@furtadolaw.solutions. So thanks again, Alan, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
All right. Thanks, Jason. See you soon, buddy.